someone comes into your life so unexpectedly. Sometimes someone turns to be the one that gives you everything, just like you did. Took me by surprise, made me complete. You changed my life, made me believe in real love. And now my heart beats, it beats for you. Since you came into my life, I never felt like so in love and so excited, cause you're so right. Now I'll never leaving your side, cause you're mine. Mine.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please, if you're new here, subscribe and share this video with your friends and loved ones. Like this video and leave me a good comment. Pardon the lighting for today. Like, I just told myself I must film this video whether the lighting is popping or giving or not. So far the content is juicy and is giving. I'm up for everything juicy, so that is why we're going to be going ahead to film this video regardless. So please watch with me until the end of this video. And I'm feeling myself a bit okay. All right, let's move right into the agenda for today. So today I'm going to be telling you guys a story of how my engagement happened. So I realized that I have not even told you guys about how I got engaged and the aftermath of my engagement, how I almost probably returned my husband's ring. All right, let's move right into the story. So a quick backdrop: my husband and I dated for like 2 years and were friends for like 3 years before he proposed. He actually proposed to me on the 3rd of December. Yeah, I think December, yeah, I'm sure. 3rd of December. And I said yes. So before that proposal, we had like a little bit of a misunderstanding, I won't even lie. And I told him, like, you know what, I'm done with this relationship. I am never, funny enough, like, unlike others that people break up and then they come together, I'm not doing again. I think that was the only time I actually said I was never going to date my husband again. And it was just like, it was a misunderstanding that could have really been avoidable. Maybe some other time I'll talk about what happened eventually. So I told him, I beg, I'm not doing again, please. I didn't know that the devil was actually trying to interrupt what we had going on. And he was begging, and see, let me not even go to that story, but we actually did reconcile. We reconciled, and then I think 3 weeks or a month after he proposed to me. Now, also prior to that time, like, we had been talking about like getting married. Like, I was at a spot where I was now ready. No, I think I wanted to break up with my husband twice. I remember now. The first reason I wanted to break up with my husband was a few months into our relationship, which was because he started talking about marriage. He was already picturing and seeing me in his life as a wife, and I was like, you, this guy, when did you come into my life? And you're already talking about marriage. And don't forget that I made a video about my experience, my story, trusting God for a husband, when I prayed and I told God that I wanted the first man that I dated to eventually become my husband. Now, this is the first man that I started dating. I mean, this was the first man that I started dating eventually, and he was already talking about marriage. And I'm like, you know what, go and look for a wife. Me, I'm not ready. Sometimes when God brings our answer or our answers, we are quite, should I say, we are quite not sensitive, and then some persons carelessly actually miss it. Please do not be like me. If not, on a normal sense, what is wrong with a man that you are dating and in a purposeful relationship? Like, what is wrong with him talking about marriage? Like, I was childish, I was naive, and you wouldn't blame me, honestly, because I felt like we're still getting to know each other. Now that was like a different line of thought, so let us go back. So we had, mended everything, and then and prior to that time, like I said, we're already talking about like marriage. I already knew that this was the person that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with, but when I had not decided. So like I was still in between, okay, should I like should we really get married now? Like I'm still in school. Oh, the kind of life I wanted to have before I get married, like all manner of things. So I was really in between, like but I knew this is the person, like it has to be you. But when I wasn't so sure. Now let me tell you guys what happened and how the proposal happened, and I'll also insert pictures for you to see. Okay, so I was in the town where my husband was at the time. I went to do upgrade class for my makeup. Yeah, I used to be a makeup artist, but now I'm no longer doing makeup. So I went for upgrade class at the time, and then we were in the same, and that period honestly made me realize that, Eunice, you need to be with this guy. I saw my husband closely. I kind of interacted with him more closely because we actually did like a distance relationship, and I'm going to film a video on how we were able to scale through that phase of our lives. Do let me know if you want my husband and I to film a video on how we were able to survive our long distance relationship eventually. So I was in that town at the time, and then I got to know him. Like I saw like a better aspect of him that I had no clue about, and I was so sure that this was the person I wanted to get married to. So at the course of that period, like I think I was already close to getting done and going back to the place where I was. And so we planned like, okay, like doing different activities. That's the kind of person that I am. I am a fun person. So I told him, first of all, we went swimming together. The plan was to go swimming together, go see a movie together, go for like a proper dinner together. Of course, now like we're dating, so we wanted everything to be spicy and juicy. Hey, my children of God. So we went swimming. I think I'll put a picture of that. We went swimming. We went to see a movie, though it was even after the proposal. Went swimming. So the next thing on the list now was going for a proper dinner. Guys, having a discussion with my husband, though I've told him the kind of proposal I wanted like a proposal where friends were around. I also wanted family to be around. I told this Oga, like I wanted a public proposal. So that day we're supposed to go for dinner, and then I told him where I wanted. I told him the hotel where I wanted for the dinner. This guy. So he now told me that, okay, that we're going to kill 2 stones with 1 bird. We kill 1 bird with 2 stones. I don't know what that is and what it was, but please manage. So he told me that after the dinner, we're going to go to see his aunt, and then his aunt likes doing gayu. That me, I should make sure I fix my nails. I should do light makeup. I should wear heels. My husband loves heels a lot. I just pray that I will not have kentus. You know that back leg. Okay, sorry. So he told me to wear heels and I should just look like nice, and you know. I said okay. To tell you how I do not take it serious, and now the person who eventually fixed my nails for me is she did not even learn how to fix nails. So I just do it. Just do it. So the nails wasn't even like, it wasn't excellent, because had it been I knew it was my proposal, hey, I would have gone to the best. If you know me, you know that I like the best. I would have gone to the best to fix my nails. I would have done my hair. I even wore a wig. Hey. I would have looked, you know, hundreds. So I told the girl, she did my nails for me, and then another girl in the house, because I was staying with my friend Ojoma. Shout out to you, Ojoma. So Ojoma did my makeup, like, to tell you how, like, we didn't even take the whole thing serious, like, so we did everything in the house. So unknown to me, Ojoma knew, like, my friend that was staying in her house at the time that did my makeup, she knew that I was getting engaged, guys, and I did not have a clue. I did not have a clue because, like, my family members were not around, and me and this guy, like, we had not fixed, like, we had not fixed a date of when we wanted to get married. Like, I don't know if you understand this story. Oh. Other people that I know, they would have planned everything. They would have even done introduction before they will go and, you know, do their engagement. Like, I couldn't have seen it coming at all. So in my head, it was a normal day. So Ojama was like, please, when you're coming, bring chicken, bring rice. Like, everybody were whining me, like, bring this one, bring that one. I said okay. So I got dressed. The gown I wanted to wear, I wore the gown. Before you know, the zips got spots. I was like, I'm not going for this dinner again. I beg, I'm not going. So everybody was like, oh no, you have to go for this dinner. You know, you cannot just keep your boyfriend like that. Just go for this dinner. I did not know they were pushing me to go and collect a ring from man. So that's a so I now opted for like a casual jumpsuit. Like, I was like, okay, should we just go and chop food and then see his aunt? That's all. So he came, my boyfriend eventually came, and then Ojama, like, I told them goodbye, see you guys. I told the mom, like, her mom, that I was going out on a date, and the mom too, everybody knew I was getting engaged. They did not give me any sign. But can I be honest, my mind was doing me somehow, but I couldn't place what it was. Like, I couldn't have thought it was engagement. So when we're going, like, my husband was now looking nervous. Like, in my head, I was like, what is happening? One part of me was like, I hope this guy no one give me a ring. But it couldn't have been possible. Like, I couldn't have thought about it because of every fact of the factors I had listed. So he now told me that he has a surprise for me, that we're not going to that hotel again, that he got a very nice restaurant, like literally like a very fancy place, that they said their food is nice, that I'm going to like the place. That's how we went. We now went to the place. I sat down. He told me that I should wait, let him go and check what's happening. Meanwhile, he had gone. His friends were already upstairs, so we're going to use the downstairs. And then of course I was trying to make plans. Like, the photographer was already on ground. Like, this guy got everything I wanted. Like, I wanted a photographer to be around for my engagement. The only thing he did not do was my family members were not aware. Hey, so we now went inside. He came out, he came to meet me. Eventually we went inside, and what happened, I placed my order, he placed his order, and there was nobody in that place. It was just the two of us. And then the lights were dim, kind of. The DJ said they're playing like love song. This is why I love you. Ooh, you love me, you love me, this is why I love you. My husband, or my boyfriend there, he now said, this DJ is in the spirit. Meanwhile, he had gone to talk to the DJ. He paid the DJ to be playing romantic songs. That he's going to buy this DJ 1 bottle of Coke. Before I knew what happened, he told me he was coming. So he stood up, he left. When he left, the lights went off. Lights went off. So a few minutes after, the lights came on. I saw Oga kneeling down. Like, it's so funny now that I'm saying the story. I saw my husband kneeling down. I never allow him talk. I ran, like I was running out of the place. Like, I wish I would get a clip of it. I was running out of the place. Like, I was like, I beg, what kind of prank is this? I was running, trying to run out of the place. Sisters and brothers, I saw our friends. Now the shocking part, the Ojoma that did my makeup, that I left at home, I saw Ojoma. When did you get here? And the place is quite a distance. I saw her sister. I saw people I left at home. How? They're not like, where are you running to? Go back, I'll collect the ring. So I went. He was trying to talk. I didn't even let him talk. I was so full of excitement. I collected the ring and we hugged. And people started clapping. They started snapping and all of that. So now this was what happened. When I got home, somebody dear to me, a relative, now called me that, of course, trust people now, the picture was everywhere. Even me, I didn't even know. that me, I went to go and collect ring. Who sent me to go and collect ring? Is my mother aware that I collected ring? Guys, on my engagement night, I cried. I'm like, hey, God, I've got to go and collect ring. Hey, why did I collect ring? And that was because this person called me. So I was feeling like, the next day my mom called me. My mom was not like, actually she heard that we have gone to go and engage ourselves. But though, like, before then, my husband had like spoken to my mom, she was okay with it, but we had not fixed the dates. In her mind, she was like, "To the will of God be done." So like that engagement kind of, you know, like sealed everything, and I had like the best engagement ever. I felt like I should just say this story, you know, because I like to tell stories about my life. That is me, that is who I am. So I also like to say at this point, like, I hear people say that, oh, you don't have to like do other engagements, do a quiet engagement. I think I like to say that I feel like marriage is a long life, you know, journey that you shouldn't look back regretting anything. So as much as you can, talk to your partner on the kind of things that you want, and you, the partner, do well to listen to your, you know, your significant other, to do the things that will make them excited. I got the proposal of my dreams the same way I got like the wedding of my, I feel like I got everything that I actually wanted. And of course, everybody have somebody, like somebody's engagement definitely would look better than mine, you know, Tusha, and you know, but for me that's the best engagement ever because it is my own and that's what I want. In the same way, do what you want. If you want a private engagement, be excited about it as much as somebody who they'll pack a car and, you know, give the person a car and then give the person a ring. Be as excited as any other person will be because it is your thing, it is you. So be excited. Don't do it because, oh, people are doing it. Yeah, so that's the story, and I hope that you were able to pick one or two from this story. Thank you guys so much. All right, bye.